ねえねえ、あの噂知ってる？ 13 年前にこの学校で殺人事件があったって、あれ？そうそう。当時騒がれてた通り魔事件の犯人がこの学校に来て女生徒を一人殺しちゃって、吸血鬼って呼ばれてたらしいよ。
死んだ人間が生きてるはずがないだろ。
私は吸血鬼って呼ばれてるけど、もともと私はこの町の人間ではありません。やっぱりあなたには私の手伝いをしてもらうわ。
続く果てなき道、小さな笑顔守る、すべて捧げて心重なる、言葉より強い絆に染め上げてゆく、一つになることで記憶をたどる追憶の旅、続けてあらゆることを受け止めるから、言葉はいらないの、それは永遠に。夜にも一度夢を見よう、現実を脱ぎ捨て花になろう、遥かな風のささやき、耳を澄ませば
Yeah, that's a pain every time we need to start this this game. All right, welcome back to Bishoujo Manga Gear 4. Let's get started. I'm starting really early. I thought I was gonna be finished with this video yesterday, but we're still just at bad end 1. There's still bad end 2 and the 2 other endings. So yeah. Okay, let's get started. The branch off from bad end 1 and where we should be going. So the first choice leads to bad end 1, so we had to convince her.
Kyoko!
I managed to get my exhausted body up and grab Kyoko's hand as she tries to take off my clothes.
ユウマくん、逆らってもダメですよ。あなたは しばらく体が麻痺したままなのですから。
京子、さっき僕とユーリを好きだって言ってくれたでしょ。
はい、好きですよ。
でも京子が一番好きなのは東堂先生なんでしょう。
What should I say to make her stop? What can I do to make her change her mind?
東堂先生に頼まれたからこんな泣くほど嫌なことだってしてる。
Kyoko has lost herself completely, so I have to make her remember who she really is.
ねえ、先生はユーリに何をしようとしてるの？京子はそれでいいの？そんなことを先生にさせて本当にいいの？好きな人にそんなことさせていいの？それで本当に後悔しない？京子。
And this is the only thing I can say to Kyoko that will really get through to her.
嫌です。本当は嫌でした。
Thank God that we hear her actual thoughts about the whole matter. Because I also think that Kyoko is also a victim. Actually, anyone that school nurse touch is a victim. That's why there's rumors about like students involved with her ended up in prostitution, all that sort of thing. Because I think the way, despite whatever the fuck the school nurse thinks she's doing, I think we see her do it in a way that's very against their consent. So even Kyoko, someone like her, is being influenced by the fucking by her molester. Kyoko's voice is fading away as she says that.
私、さき先生が好きです。他の女の子にひどいことしてほしくないです。
She's crying as she says that.
じゃあ先生を止めるなら今しかないよ、京子。
I look at Kyoko's eyes.
僕も京子が先生を大切に思うように優里が大切なんだ。優里を助けたいんだ。お願い、力を貸して。
I'm sure Kyoko will understand. I had to believe that.
はい。
Kyoko doesn't look away, but she gives a firm nod instead.
優里はどこに呼び出されたの？行かなくちゃ。お願い、どこなのか教えて。
I straighten up my clothes and try to stand up.
ゆうまくん、あなたはまだ動けないはずです。
だって僕が行かなきゃ。
I lean against the wall and manage to stand up with my own 2 feet. However, I still can't walk properly. If I let my guard down for even a second, I'll fall over.
わかりました。
Kyoko gently leans against me and offers her shoulder to me.
私がご案内します。
By the way, remember after there is scene in the bad ending, Yuri was able to come back on her own with some bandages on her wrist. So let's see what happens there. We look at each other and nod. At that moment, we both felt the same way. We wanted to save the one we loved.
はい。
I suppressed my excitement and followed Kyoko's lead as we leave the house.
ずいぶん待たせるんですね。さき先生。
そうかしら？これでも早く来たつもりなのだけど。
I like Yuri's outfit.
そんなに睨まないでよ。怖いわ。それに怒るのはこっちの方じゃない。あなたのせいで私は謹慎処分になってしまったのよ。
Wait, just suspended? She didn't get kicked out for real? Like, that's what they did to her? That's it? She only got suspended for molesting kids? What the fuck?
世間話くらいいいでしょ。お堅いのね。
無駄話はもう結構です。妹には金輪際近づかないでください。
あら、弟さんでしょ。私と弟さんは相思相愛の仲よ。愛の証もあるの。
How did they get proof of that part? Like, there's no way. I mean, I'm not surprised with that if they were able to do it. Like, they were doing it in school or something. I fly to the nearby Yuanchi with Kyoko. I ran. According to Kyoko, Toto-sensei called Yuri here, saying I have something important to tell you. The park is closing soon, so everyone's heading out the front gates. The place seems pretty empty now.
どこ？あそこです。
I look at the direction Kyoko is pointing. Kyoko is pointing to where Saki and Yuri are standing. Then Toto-sensei holds up her smartphone in front of Yuri and shows her something. Uso. That was the recording of us back then. Oh wait, this is the first thing. All right, first thing I need to censor for today. 15. Fuck, okay. 15:30. Starting good. Of course, it makes sense. This shows up. So she's showing this to Yuri. I'm so terrified that I can't take another step forward. If Yuri saw that, I'd be.
これをネットで公開したっていいのよ。ねえ、そんなことになったら困るでしょ。彼が女装して学園に通っていたこともバレてしまうわね。
Are they gonna escape this unscathed, man? How are they gonna do it? What kind of charisma check are we going to do?
そうなればあなたも罪に問われるのじゃないかしら。大変な騒ぎになるわね。ねえ、この動画を公開してほしくなければわかるでしょ。私あなたのことをずっと気に入っていたの。あなたって本当に綺麗。見ているだけでゾクゾクするわ。
Man, she's straight up a fucking.
私の言うことを聞いてくれれば悪いようにはしないわ。ねえ、ゆうりさん、聞いているの？
くだらないおしゃべりは終わったかしら。そんな動画なんて興味ないわ。公開したければご勝手に。
Yeah, honestly, it's much more. It actually hurts Saki more if you think about it. But yeah, maybe she's calling out on her bluff because it affects both of them. Like, even if it was found out that he was a dude, like, it's fine for Yuri because she could. Her goal is to just be with him. You know what I mean? She'd run away, taking Yuma away and all that. So it's not like the biggest problem for her. It actually hurts Saki more, and she probably thought about that whole idea as well, I guess.
何を言っているの？バレてしまうのよ、男だってことが。そんなことになったら困るでしょ。
別に私は痛くも痒くもない。困るのは生徒に手を出したあなたの方じゃない。
Nice, calling her out on the bluff.
弟さんの恥ずかしい映像が全世界に公開されてもいいの？
別にいいわ。でも私からユーマを奪おうとしたら絶対に許さない。ユーマくん、あれは。
I come to my senses at the sound of Kyoko's voice and see Yuri just about to pull something out from under her sleeve. All right, we're starting good. Holy shit! Good. A fucking knife. Yuri's holding a small but dangerous fruit knife.
何よそれ。
The Natsune Yori, that's what it's called. Anyway.
そんなもので何をするつもり？私を刺そうとでも言うの？
Said the guy who got stabbed. Oh shit. Wait. Come on. I want to take a screenshot of this. This shit's good. I guess she didn't expect her to pull out a knife because Todo Sensei looks completely terrified.
いいえ。
Oh yeah, this one's nice. Yuri rolls off her sleeve and presses a knife against her wrist. Oh, okay, so this is the whole injury thing.
私はユーマを守る。それはこれからも永遠に変わらない。もしそれを邪魔するものがあれば、何であれ容赦はしない。
Yuri pulls out a fruit that she's been holding up against her wrist without hesitation. You thought you were fucked up? This girl's more fucked up than you. Sensei's knees gave out as she sees the terrifying scene unfold before her eyes. Blood drips on Yuri's right arm. I find myself running over to her before I even realize it. I hold onto Yuri's body.
やめて。もうやめて、ユ
Yuri doesn't seem to hear me and continues talking to Sensei in a cold tone.
リ。ユーマは私のもの。あんたの薄汚い手で触れていいものなんかじゃないの。
Yuri points her knife at Todo Sensei. A single drop of blood from Yuri's wound drips to the ground, glistening in the light.
今度ユーマに近づいたら、その時は殺すから。
Yuri's calm eyes tell me it wasn't a lie.
狂ってる。
Yuri smiles sweetly. Saki wipes the sweat off her forehead, which is a rather inappropriate thing to do in this season.
佐々木先生。
Kyoko leaves us and runs over to Todo Sensei.
京子ちゃん。
先生、私がついてますから。
Kyoko picks up Todo Sensei, who's fallen to the ground.
京子。すみませんでした。ユーマくん、ユリさん。行きましょう、先生。
Kyoko bows to us, then hurries up with Sensei.
ゴミくずが。
Yuri mutters those words as she watches the two of them walk away.
そんなことより止血しないと。
いいのよ、これぐらい。
いいわけないでしょ。
I take a handkerchief out of my pocket and wrap it around Yuri's wrist as an emergency bandage.
危ないじゃないか。どうしてナイフなんか。
どうしてって、
It's totally normal for me.
あなたを守るためじゃない。
Yuri puts the knife back in her pocket as if nothing happened.
ユリ、
何かしら。
ユリは何も感じないの。あんなことをして。
Bro, I'm sure there's much more painful things for her than that.
別に。
Yuri has a cool look on her face as she says that. She says that with a face like she's been soaking in the refreshing air of the highlands. The effects of the injection are still lingering, it seems. I can't stand up anymore and end up crouching now.
ユーマ、大丈夫？
I stand up, swaying as Yuri holds me in her arms.
京子さんと一緒にいたようだけど、まさか何かされたの？
She gives me a sharp look as she examines my condition.
いや、大丈夫。
I don't want to make things any more complicated than they already are, so I just say that.
ユーマ、かわいい子。
Yuri suddenly hugs me.
お姉ちゃんがあなたを守ってあげる。安心して、お姉ちゃんに全部任せて。
I mean, I'm not surprised if she was spurred on by Yuma's declaration, but even before that, I think she'd straight up be willing to kill someone for Yuma. She says that in a gentle voice. She speaks to me like I'm a child.
ごめんね、ユリ。本当にごめん。
The blood of the skies lies, and the earth sins, washes away in the sea of suffering. We head back home and wash Yuri's wrists with water from the sink and treat it lightly. Fortunately, the bleeding quickly stopped, so we decided not to take her to the byoin and just keep an eye on her for now. And then at night, I open a notebook and finish my daily routine. I wonder what his daily I know he writes poetry and all that, but I wonder exactly what his notebook's filled with. However, I was surprised by Yuri's actions today. I never thought she'd cuss her wrist like that. I deeply etched into my mind that I've reached a point where there's no going back. The train already left the station, so I can't get off until it reaches its destination.
Yuma ちゃん、Yuma ちゃん、どこにいるの？
Other guys, I will.
Yuma ちゃん。
Other guys, I will get your shit together, man. I ran away from Kasan and hid in the garden. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Okasan follows me around, getting in my way all the time. She's touching me so much. I feel sick. I knew it. This is an incest tetrahedron, man. I looked down at the dead cemetery at my feet. I ripped off its wings and brought it closer to an anthill so the ants could feast on it. That was one of my favorite games back then. I was lonely back then. I was a small, delicate boy for my age. I couldn't get along with any boys in my class. I was popular with the girls, but my Kasan and Onechan wouldn't let me get close to them. So I only had my Onechan to play with. But Onechan has been busy with her lessons and crammed school since she was a kid. So I was left alone. The house in Tamazusa has a small garden, and there's something dead in it. I become friends with bugs, frogs, fish, and birds that have died. Isolation and death. They've always been right next to me.
うるせえ！行かねえって言ってんだろこの野郎！ とにかく今日は休みますから。はいはい。ではそういうことで。
Yeah, I think this guy is no longer working. Yeah, I think this guy is no longer working. The morning started with Otosan yelling at the deno. Oh, okay, he still does work, but he oh, maybe because he saw the injury at Yuri's wrist. So
たく冗談じゃねえよ。何が仕事だ。
Otosan was still in the same clothes he wore yesterday, sleeping in the sofa when Yuri woke him up. He refused to go and work because of his hangover. Oh, okay, just a hangover. He didn't even notice the injury. Well, Yuri has sleeves, but you know. Then a call came to him.
お父様、どこか具合が。
Or he ended the call. I have no idea what the hell that sentence is.
いや、頭が痛くてね。ちょっと休ませてもらうよ。
Otoko-san hasn't even bothered to stifle a yawn, takes a bottle of whiskey and disappears into his room. The shirt sticking out of his pants, the scruffy beard, and the messy hair. And that awful stench is emanating. The way he walks away is that of a defeated dog.
ユーマ、こっそり出ましょう。
I dress up as a girl and quietly leave the house so my Otosan wouldn't find out. The wind is cold and it stings my cheeks. The wind that used to feel so nice has turned into a cold thorn. The season is almost upon us, and Christmas. No, wait, the season of White Album. And Christmas is just around the corner. The entire city seems to be in a state of excitement. I just can't help saying that, man.
あの
We arrive at the classroom to find Kyoko waiting for us, and she immediately starts talking to us.
昨日はすみませんでした。
Kyoko apologizes in a hushed voice. Todo-sensei may have set this up, but she feels guilty for being a part of it. Her legs are trembling slightly. Yuri walks up to Kyoko and before I had time to stop it, Yuri slaps Kyoko's cheek without hesitation. The classroom immediately erupts in a frenzy of whispers. This is St. Catherine's Academy, where we don't even see students fighting or arguing with each other on a regular basis. The fight between Yuri and Kyoko was a huge deal. Everyone in the class is watching them with bated breath.
二度とユーマに近づかないで。
Yuri says coldly, without a care for the audience watching her.
あ、ごめんなさい。
Kyoko's face is flushed and her eyes are moist.
許さないわ。
Yuri looks at Kyoko with a blank expression, showing no sign of sympathy for her.
ユーマくん。
Kyoko looks at me, pleading for my forgiveness.
ごめんね、京子。
I look away.
どうしたの？たまちゃん、京子ちゃん、何があったの？
Ichika, who doesn't know what's going on, comes in between us, looking confused.
ユーマ、行きましょう。
うん。
We leave the classroom, leaving Ichika and Kyoko behind.
来て。
Yuri's face shows no sign of remorse as she leads me to the girls' bathroom. I have to. I'm gonna cut something this early. I mean, I already have something to censor, but
さあ、ここに入りましょう。
同じ個室に入るの？
そうよ。何か問題でも？
いや、それは。
the girls who were there are staring at us. They're going to make it easier for people to talk about how the sisters are too close for comfort. Just doesn't care. Just doesn't care anymore. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Yuri just went on the deep end, man. Even after the bell rings, signaling the class has started, Yuri doesn't let go of me.
キスしてもっと
We're the only ones left now. Kyoko, Ichika, and the Bunkeibu are gone from our world now. It does feel a little sad, but
もっと強く抱いて
I have Yuri. Only Yuri knows. That what I wanted, that was what I wanted. What wasn't it? I don't need anything else.
あれ
Wait, give me a second. I need to adjust my lighting. Okay. I opened my Ketai's inbox.
どうしたの
いちかから
The mail is from Ichika. She said she wanted to talk about something during lunch break, so I went to the club room. And waited for her. Oh man, how are they gonna get to the next Ichi from here? Because obviously Ichika's the next one's gonna have an Ichi, but I don't know what she's gonna do to cause stuff to happen, you know.
いちかさん何の話かしら
さあ
I have a feeling I know what's going on here. The words Ichika were about to say at the Bunkosai. I've been a little curious about it, but I've forgotten all about it. And then during lunch break. Wait a second. So in the bad ending, she doesn't do this, you know, because I can imagine from her perspective, she doesn't know the stuff that happened to them on that the day before. So I think she'd still try to text him, but I guess, well, Yuma could always refuse, but like, anyway. And then during lunch break.
じゃあ僕部室に行ってくるね
After finishing my meal, I stand up and say that. Today, Ichika and Kyoko aren't with us. We're having lunch alone. Oh no, Yuri feels unteared. Yuri remains silent, her expression complex. After what happened with Kyoko yesterday, I'm not sure if I can trust anyone. Not that I don't trust my friends, but I guess it's hard to let your guard down completely.
ちょっと話してくるだけだから
そうね
Yuri smiles, still looking worried.
じゃあすぐ戻ってねユウマ
I head to the club room alone.
いちか
ともちゃん
I head to the club room, only to find Ichika already waiting there for me.
ごめんね呼び出したりして
うん
It was strange. The club room, which was usually filled with laughter from the four of us. It feels so empty when I'm here alone with Ichika. I feel a sense of loss in my chest when I realize that we'll never spend time like that again.
話って何
I regain my composure and turn to face Ichika again.
あ
Ichika blushes bright red and looks away from me.
うん
そのね
She's wriggling around, folding her hands. I'm getting very impatient and want to tell her to hurry up.
今日は寒いよね
うん
私寒いから今日は6枚も着てきちゃった体育の時着替えが大変だよ
そう
ごめん関係ない話だったね 人との距離感まだわかんなくて。
I'll wait patiently. Is this such a hard story? Is it such a hard thing to tell?
ごめんね。
What the thing that she's so trying to say anyway. Ichika blushes and her hand tremble, perhaps from nervousness. This is like a kokohaku or something. It actually might be a kokohaku. Moshikashite.
もう単刀直入に言っちゃうね。
Ichika says with a resolute tone.
私タマちゃんに憧れてるんだ。変かな。
いや、その。
I don't know what to say. I was hoping it wasn't true, but I never thought she'd said that I was her idol.
憧れなんて本当はそんなものじゃない。私タマちゃんが好きなの。
Ichika staring at me with a serious expression in her face.
もう冗談ばっかり。
I tried to laugh it off, but
冗談じゃないよ。こんな時に冗談言えるほど私器用じゃないよ。
いちこ。
this isn't a jodan. This is real. I don't know when she started to like me, but she's waiting for my henchi, my action.
タマちゃん、やっぱり私なんかダメかな。
I feel my chest tighten up when I see Ichika tilt her head in sadness. What should I do? Alright, this one would lead to bad end too. We're starting early here. Anyway. Let me... So this is the choice for bad end 1. This is the choice for bad end 2. We have a couple more choices. So we're gonna do bad end 2. Respond to her feelings.
いちこ、どうして僕なんか。
I still don't understand. I thought she was just a friend, but now I know she likes me too. Ichika likes girls just like Kyoko does. However,
タマちゃん、私気づいちゃったの。
Ichika gently takes my hand.
この手。
Are you seriously going to explain to me that she realized you was the dude she met in the UN she just by the touch of the hand? Are you saying that's how she found out? Don't you think that's kind of hard to do? Unless I don't know, maybe some people can do that, but I find it hard to believe. But I mean, they didn't establish that.
私が遊園地で会った男の人と。
So she noticed after all.
私あの人のことは忘れたことなかった。私がそれがタマちゃんだって分かった時。
My bad. I'm really sorry about skipping that.
嬉しかったの。すごく。タマちゃんがどうして女の子の格好をして女子学園に通っているのかはわからないけど、何かちゃんとした理由があるんだって信じてる。ねえタマちゃん、そうでしょ？
Ichika's eyes are pleading with me. Why is it that when I look into these eyes, the dark emotions inside me stare? I'm
ごめんねタマちゃん、急にこんなこと言い出して嫌だった？
Ichika immediately looks at my face after I fall silent. Ichika, you really are a follower, aren't you? You're so easily influenced by others.
いや、嫌とかじゃなくて、驚いて頭の中が整理がつかなくて。たまちゃん、明日ゆっくり話そう。そろそろ戻らないとユリに変に思われる。
Ichika nods, smiling happily.
また会ってくれるんだね。嬉しいよ。
That pretty face. I felt like I wanted to soil her as much as possible. He suddenly got horny. Well, you know what? I think it kind of makes sense in a fucked up way, because remember, this is a dude who's so isolated from others, and then someone is. I think this is also what. Yeah, this is what happened in Kyoko's Rat as well. But it happened during the age scene, so you guys could see the whole conversation. I did try to explain it after the age scene that Kyoko started saying that she loves him or something like that. But you know, they were doing that in the middle of sex, so I didn't realize it was that deep for Yuma that the moment someone says that someone loves him, there's that possibility of him just you know, he's willing to give up everything for you because someone else just loves him, you know. I have a feeling this is what's going to happen here.
私一人で教室に戻るね。ユーリさんと顔を合わすのなんだか恥ずかしいから。ユーリさん、京子ちゃんと何かあったの？私心配で。
Ichika is such a kind person that she's even worried about me at times like these.
そのことは今度話すよ。うん。じゃあ明日。
Ichika leaves with a spring in her step. As I hear Ichika's footsteps fade away, I think to myself, why did I tell Ichika to back off? Because we're trying to go to the bad ending. I love Yuri, but I'm with Ichika now. Jesus Christ. The other guy's all I wanted to keep her from telling anyone about my cross-dressing. No, that's not it. I'm
あら、ずいぶん遅かったわね。
ごめんね。
何の話だったの？
あ、なんか京子とユーリのこと心配してたみたい。
Oh man, he's lying to her. And you know Yuri can straight up tell he lies, right?
そう。
Oh, you can see the expression change. You could tell that she knows.
うまくごまかしておいたよ。
I met up with Yuri in the Shokudo, and I'm surprised at how calm I am.
じゃあ教室に戻りましょうか。
Why am I doing this? I thought I'd feel more guilty about Yuri, but I don't. But still, why am I so... I wonder if I'm able to keep my emotions in check this time.
おいしいわ、ゆまちゃん。
Bro, the fucking incest bully tetrahedron, man. Oh shit, bro. Oh man, her mom was sucking his dick. Fuck. You thought we stopped at twin cest? No. We have we still have a lot of shit going on in this VS. Oh well, let's continue. Holy shit, man. Even his own mom sucked his dick. What the fuck? I wake up in the middle of the night feeling a sense of unease. Okasa-san is sucking my chin-chin.
お母様。いいのよ、ゆまちゃん。 お母様に任せて。お母様が気持ちよくしてあげる。あなたは何も心配しなくていいのよ。やめて。お母様にはあなたしかいないの。愛してる。やめて。やめろー。ユーマ、大丈夫？
Bro, this incest tetrahedron. Oh man, that's gonna be hard to censor. I have to keep the bar.
お母さん、ユーリ。
I must have been having Akumu or something. Shuri's looking at me with concern on her face, standing beside the bed.
ユーリ、どうしてここに？
Oh yeah, she does sneak out to his room. Wait, did he forget that that's what she does? Because remember, she straight up mentions it to him that she does that, and their otosan. That's why the following morning, their otosan punches him.
トイレに起きたのよ。そうしたらあなたのうなされている声が聞こえてきたものだから。
Wait, did they forget? Like, she straight up tells him, right, that she does this? Or do I need to review the VOD? I don't know. I'm surprised. When I woke up from my Yume, for a moment, Yuri's face looked like Okasan's. Okay, that's a good way to steer him away from. That's a very interesting way to steer away from Yuri and start falling in love with Ichigo. Okay, it's okay. That's fine. I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess.
大丈夫？お水でも持ってきましょうか？
Because the conditions are similar. But then again, did they have a scene where she mentioned that she does this? But I guess with the dream and that, yeah, it might compound him going away from Yuri because, you know.
大丈夫？
眠れそう？
もう平気だから。ユーリも寝て。
わかったわ。おやすみなさい。
I only remembered it when Yuri left the room. Today, I forgot the daily routine. Wait a second. What does he do for the daily routine? Yeah, maybe that daily routine thing allows him to forget something about his past. I wonder what exactly he does in the day. All I know is he writes poetry, but there might be something else going on there. A few days have passed since then. My relationship with Ichika remains unchanged, neither of us getting any closer or further apart. On the surface, nothing has changed at all. But something inside me has definitely changed. I've been texting and calling Ichika behind Yuri's back, and I feel something inside me that I can't quite put into words.
今日は掃除当番だから少し待っていてくれる？
もうすぐ期末テストも近いから、図書室で勉強しながら待ってるよ。
ええ、掃除が終わったら一緒に勉強しましょう。
I have promised Ichika I'd meet her in the club room. I'm pretty sure the scene that we saw about their Okasan that's still gonna show in the usual route, right? Because if I didn't do the bad endings, man, we wouldn't see that shit. Yuri chose the day for Yuri is on cleaning TV today.
あ、たまちゃん。
Ichika looks at me, embarrassed as I enter the club room.
待たせたかな？
私も今来たところ。二人っきりだね。
Kyoko has been absent for the club for a while now. Kyo had been through a lot recently, with the whole Todo thing and her fight with Yuri.
今日は誰にも邪魔されないね。邪魔って？いちかは僕と二人っきりになれて嬉しい？
I have a feeling that he's gonna do things with her, and it ends the same way in the other ending, where Yuri sees what he's doing with her.
嬉しいよ、私。
Ichika smiles brightly. If she were Inu, her tail would be wagging so hard it'll break off. The emotions that had grown inside me. That's not love though. Okay, so he's still. It's him giving to his lustful desires rather than love. Okay.
たまちゃんとこうしていられるのすごく幸せ。
My feelings for Yuri hadn't changed at all. But still, I want to play with my new toy. I feel like a child who's just gotten a new toy. Okay. Alright. You know what? For a split second, I suddenly remembered Cross Channel for some reason. Like, no, I have an inkling why I thought of Cross Channel, but we'll discuss it later.
いちか。たまちゃん。
I place my hand on Ichika's shoulder. I kiss her. I open my eyes a little and see a glance at Ichika's expression. I feel so enraptured that I can't even move a muscle.
たまちゃん。
Oh wait, okay. Ichika's breathing is ragged and her eyes are moist as she looks at me. I can't tell how horny she is just by how horny I am just looking at her, and it's almost painful to watch. Did I say that right?
いちか。たまちゃん。私、どんなたまちゃんでも好きだから。
I need to pause. This is an awkward thing, but I want to order some breakfast. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ended up getting some Chinese food. Also bought some frozen dumplings while I'm at it. Anyway, gonna wait for delivery, so I'm gonna pause later again. Hopefully who knows, hopefully we could get to the second quote-unquote bad ending. I don't know why these are good. Well, the other one is considered a bad ending. I do believe that. But what's going to make this a bad ending according to the guy? The guy considers this as a bad ending. Anyway, well, we already know that he's looking at her as a toy rather than as another person. She looks at me with a bright red face. So even if I'm a guy, she's fine with it.
ありがとう。いちか。
I give Ichika a gentle smile to reassure her.
たまちゃん。
Ichika's face lights up with joy. I thought it was pretty cheap of me to smile at her like that. That's right. She's the typical wait for instructions type of person. She can't do anything unless she's told what to do, which means, Sumari, she'll do anything if you just gave her the order. Oh, okay. I see what's good. Okay, I guess it kind of makes sense. I see now how he got corrupted here. My heart races with a strange sense of expectation. The cruel pleasure I felt as a child comes back to me.
たまちゃん。大好き。
Yeah, so he becomes a manipulator here. Damn, this VM.
いちか。
I didn't know what was going to happen back then. I was so caught up with my lust I didn't even think about what would happen next. If I'd known what was going to happen, would I have stayed away from the club room today? Wait, so this again is coming from the perspective of like as a flashback, right? Well, we already know the story kind of starts somewhere a bit in the future and then we flashback. But yeah. He kind of didn't do the same thing in the other ending, so Huh. No. I think I really did go. Or I think she really did go. Oh, what? This fucking sentence. Oh, no. I think I would really go. I know what forbidden fruit is, so I can't help but eat it. The first human did it, so I'm sure I'll do the same thing. That's what original sin is all about.
いちか、
I take Ichika's hand and guide it to my crotch. Ichika's hand is still on my crotch, even though she stopped moving it. Even though she stopped the sentence. However, she doesn't pull her hand back and continues to hold my chin chin in place.
これ、何かわかるでしょ？
その
Ichika's face is bright red as she panics. But she doesn't let go of my chin chin though.
言ってみて。
ちんちん
Ichika's eyes are bright red as she hangs her head in shame.
女装して女子学園に通ってる男なんて気持ち悪くない？
そんなことない。女の子の格好似合ってるし、私なんかよりずっと可愛いし。それに何か理由があるんでしょ？
Ichika looks at me with pure eyes as she continues to hold my chin chin.
僕は女の子になりたかったのかもしれない。
Okay, this kind of changes my view on this guy. I don't know. Let's finish the game. I don't know if this is a route exclusive thing or like whatever. You know what? Whatever. You know what? Whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm more interested with the actual story than what his identity about that. I make up a story that sounds plausible. Okay, he makes that shit up. I was surprised at how easily I lied, but I didn't feel the slightest bit of guilt towards Ichika.
ユーリにずっと憧れていて、ユーリみたいになりたくて、でもなれなくて、それでちょっと病んじゃって、ずっと入院してたんだ。この学園に入るまで。
I have a feeling that instead of this being a lie, this is actually literally him. Because I've always admired Yuri and I wanted to be just like her, but I couldn't. Considering he spends a lot of his time, you know, looking into the mirror, wearing her wig. And of course there's that he uses that as to jack off, but like I also think that might literally be what he was doing.
この学園に入園させたのはユーリなんだ。彼女なりのショック療法だったんだと思う。でもあんまりうまくいかなかったんだ。きっと女の子たちと生活しているとますます彼女たちと自分の差がわからなくなってきて。でもイチカが僕を男として見てくれて。
I don't think he's lying here. This is literally his thoughts, but he convinces himself he's making a lie. I entered this school because of Yuri's decision. I think she was trying to shock me into changing my ways, but it didn't go very well, I'm sure of it. Living with girls has made it harder and harder for me to tell myself apart. To tell them apart from myself. So basically he's talking about him being as a man and him being as a woman versus I don't know.
嬉しかった。僕はやっぱり男なんだなって感じたよ。
たまちゃん。
She smiles. Oh, I smile. I got it to the point where I can say such nice things in front of Ichika without any problems at all.
ねえ、イチカ。僕に 女の子を教えてくれる？男女の完全な違いをいちかに教えてほしいんだ。
Bro has gotten so good at fucking being a manipulative. Holy shit. The moment I mean, Ichigo's like entry level, easy to manipulate type of person. So this is him learning the charisma check.
男と女の子が決定的に違うところをいちかに見せてほしい。
She doesn't fully understand what I said, but she still nods in response. Ichika's so cute kawaii when she's like this. So kawaii. I'm pissed off.
じゃあ見せてくれる？
I like that remark of being pissed off. I guess part of him still feels like you shouldn't be doing. You should be saying no, Ichika, or whatever. I guess there's some, at least feelings of you know, a concern as a friend. I think as a friend, I think. That's what I really say. I quickly put Ichika's skirt. I have to censor stuff, of course. I think this is going in, but I have to cover it up. No, 1 hour and 0403. Please save. Ichika lets out a sigh of relief, no, a sigh of embarrassment.
たまちゃん、恥ずかしいよ。
Ichika hurriedly tries to fix her skirt, but I stop her.
ダメだよ。よく見えないでしょ。
Already a wreck, what the fuck?
ほら、ちゃんと自分でスカート持ってて。
I pull down Ichika's shirt and make her hold the edge of her skirt herself. She can't hide her small yet plump oppai with her hands. How could she be so bold? I don't really know why I said that, but I feel like I can do whatever I want to Ichika, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I finally did it.
待って、たまちゃん。
手、下ろしちゃダメだよ。
Ichika doesn't resist at all. I take advantage of Ichika's silence and put my hand on her panties.
ちょっとお尻持ち上げて。パンツ脱げないから。でも男と女の子が決定的に違うところ見せてくれるって言ったでしょ。じゃあほらパンツ脱がないと。
Ichika looks embarrassed, but she doesn't resist me at all and follows my lead. I gasp when I realize I've been smiling this whole time. But at that moment, I was definitely enjoying the pleasure of playing with people's emotions. I understand now that Saki and Yuri must have felt the same way when they were with me.
たまちゃん。
I strip her panties off, and Ichika reflexively tries to close her legs. Yeah, you know what? Compared to the Kyoko Eishin versus compared to the Kyoko Eishin versus this to Ichika's, I think this is worth keeping in compared to Kyoko's. I think Kyoko's is just straight up. No, I don't know. It's compared. This is a clear display of power dynamics. I don't know. Maybe I should review Kyoko's Eishin, but I already uploaded the previous part. But like, I think the previous one was just pure perversion. But I mean, the point there was him giving up to his desires. I think, but here is the demonstration of power dynamics.
ちゃんと見せてね。
I open her knees with both hands as she tries to close them again.
いちかのマンコ。
Ichika's legs are shaking and she seems to be losing her strength, Her hands holding her skirt, though, are trembling as well. I'll place my hand on her thigh and bring my face closer to her crotch.
はあ、これが一花のおまんこか。
The sweet, yet slightly bitter scent of a woman envelops me.
恥ずかしいよ。
She's scared, but she doesn't disobey me and keeps her legs open. Ichika's bad at gauging the distance between herself and others, so she might not have realized that this was an unreasonable request.
あれ、もう濡れてるんだ。
I trace my finger along her omanko lips, and when I reach the entrance to her omanko, a slicky fluid starts to flow out.
へえ、かわいい顔して案外いやらしいんだね。
I see Ichika's reaction, and I get even more excited. I ignore Ichika's embarrassment and spread her omanko lips with both hands, then move my face in closer to take to look inside. It's hard to see what's inside.
もっと足広げて。
Ichika timidly spreads her legs as I order to. Her thighs are getting wetter, and her scent is getting stronger.
すっごく濡れてる。トロトロがどんどん溢れてくる。
言わないで。
I stick my index finger to her omanko. Ichika lets out a strange cry and arches her back, causing the chair to creak as she leans forward.
すごいね。女の子のおまんこって。指がズブズブ入っていくよ。
Ichika's face is bright red, and she looks like she's about to cry at any moment. However, her excitement is still clearly visible in the way she bites her lips and pants for breath.
いちかって、もしかしてもう経験あるの？
I ask her because her omanko is so wet.
そんなことない。
Ichika shakes her head, annoyed.
私はたまちゃんだけ。たまちゃんだけだよ。
そうなんだ。
Wait, I'm confused by the word annoyed, but let's not overthink this right now. I look at Ichika's desperate face and realize isn't lying. So, this is what a virgin omanko looks like. Shoujo omanko looks like when it's wet. She may look innocent, but she's a real pervert. Homono hentai. Homono hentai? What? Wait, how did they come up with this? Just because she's wet? By the way, just because because the girl is wet, does it automatically mean I don't want to sound preachy right now. But biological reaction. Let's just say biological reactions. Whether it is they like it or not, it happens. You know, kind of like when you're a dude, you have morning wood. It's not like you fucking will having a boner when you're sleeping. You know what I mean? That's basically the same biological reactions. Anyway.
信じて。私が好きなのはたまちゃんだけ。
Ichika's eyes well up with tears, as if she's thinking I'm accusing her of something.
信じるよ。
Honestly, I don't care if Ichika is a shoujo or not. I'm more interested in how many fingers it takes to penetrate a shoujo omanko. I try to push my middle finger in further. This is going to be fucking hard for me. I might cut some scenes. I don't know. If I'm too lazy, I'll cut them instead of censor them because it takes more effort. I'll note it down. I might selectively. Some things. It's tight. Just like a real shoujo.
変な感じだよ。お腹がパンパンみたい。
気持ちいい？
Ichigo mutters, looking embarrassed. She may be wet, but she's still a shoujo, so her pleasure is probably lacking. I stick my tongue out toward Ichigo's omanko. I lick her clitoris all at once. Ichigo's body leaps up from the chair.
クリトリスでしょ。
Ichigo's eyes are bright red, and she tries to close them, but my head is in the way, so she can't.
ほら、ちゃんと開いて開いて。じゃないと気持ちいいことしてあげないよ。
Yeah, this feels like the role reversal in Kyoko's route, but yeah, I have to cut that out. you guys get the BiMan read it. Ichigo's face lights up for a moment, with hope for a moment. She really is an easy person to understand. I lick her omango lips. Ichigo moans and writhes in agony. I watch her reaction as I vary the strength of my tongue's movements. Ichigo's clitoris is swelling up, and it looks like it's about to burst. I trace her omanko lips with my tongue and gently stimulating them. Then I cover her clitoris with my lips and suck on it. Ichigo's body twitches and jumps around in a very interesting way. I get carried away and unleash another tongue attack.
"感じてるからでしょ。
Ichigo's lower half is convulsing violently. Her thighs are trembling, and even her modest oppai are shaking. I continue my clinginess without stopping. Ichigo's still moaning, but I'm sure she's coming by now. She's a shoujo, so she doesn't know what it feels like to orgasm yet. Like a pure shoujo, like I guess, yeah, some people never did it to themselves, I guess. I mean, I know some girls who started out learning the feeling because they started doing it to themselves, but yeah, I guess some people, I mean, they're in the age of like so young that, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You know what? Never mind. My mind has been corrupted for a long.
言っていいよ。
I suck harder in her clitoris as if to finish the job. Oh man. I guess I don't want to say we're so bad because I'm not part of you guys. Some of you guys might like this. I'm part of the. I don't like this, but the warm liquid gushes out of Ichigo's twitching omanko, hits my face. I really take a handkerchief out of my pocket and wipe the liquid up from my face. But still, I thought she was squirting at first. But now that I think about it, It's yellowish and smells like ammonia. This is it.
おしっこ。
Ichiga's Oshiko arches out from her crotch, and the mouth is surprisingly large. It keeps coming even as I stare at it.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
Oh man. This reminds me of Tonafuta. Tonafuta. Misa also has that thing going on. She's apologizing, but she can't stop peeing.
ごめんなさい。父ちゃんにおしっこかけちゃうなんて、私。
Ichika's with tears in her eyes apologizes over and over again, has finally finished peeing.
いちか。よくも僕の顔におしっこぶっかけてくれたね。
I put on a little acting and glare at Ichika. I know she didn't mean to, but I can't believe she peed on my face of all things. She must know that this awkwardness is what making people angry, right?
悪いと思ってるの。
思ってるよ。本当にごめんなさい。私許してくれるなら何でもします。
The magic words for a manipulator. Oh, shit. Ichika's careless nature is evident in the fact that she immediately says something like this. If I were a bad guy, what would she do?
そう。何でもするんだ。
Wait, did he ask himself if he was a bad guy? Oh, I don't know, man. You've been doing something.
じゃあ、早速してもらおうかな。
Bro can at least wipe his face, right? Bro can at least wipe his face first, right? I forced my chin into Ichika's umanka, almost against her will.
きつい。
It's been a while since we saw some actual bleeding on the. She really is a shoujo, and that's. Wait a second. Wait, if they deliberately did show like some blood. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Okay, guys, I just remember you guys have the censored part. Okay, so there's blood coming out when he penetrates her. So if somehow you're a dude who's not familiar with that stuff, when you penetrate a shoujo, they would bleed. Anyway, I just remember because I don't think I saw that when he had his first time with Yuri. Or maybe I'm over-imagining things. I need to inspect the images later. But here it's very explicit that you can see some blood on his dick. So, she really is a shoujo. Or rather, was. I need to inspect Yuri's first age scene because that made me think. This must be her hymen. Then the head of my chin is being blocked by something and won't go any deeper inside. Ichika moans in pain. It might be better to just trust it all the way inside her and get this over with. I put my strength to my hips and push forward. Feeling her resistance so strong, it's almost I'm about to hear a popping sound. Ichika lets out a squeal like a pig, being slaughtered as she struggles. That's a good imagery. I hold her down, sink my chin all the way inside of her. Ichika's face is bright red from the pain, and she looks like she wants to cry. She looks so childish that I want to tease Ichika even more now.
力を抜いて、し そんなに力んでちゃうまく動けないよ。
ごめんなさい。でも痛くって。
泣き言を言わないでよ。何でもするって言ったでしょ。
でも痛いの。お股が痛くて。早く。
She's always rubbing my nose the wrong way, isn't she? I guess I do need to punish her for this. I swing my hips hard, letting the power of my body do all the work for me. The initial resistance is gone, and the blood juices and blood are making it surprisingly easy to slide in and out. I ignore her pain and slam my tip against the base of her wound. Unlike when I was with Yuri, I swing my hips without any consideration for her at all. It felt so good. So incredibly good. Ichika's scream, which is far from romantic, only serves to further arouse me.
気持ちいい。気持ちいいよ、イチカ。お股じゃなくておまんこって言ったら。何を言ってるのかわかんないよ。
It's about Ichika, and she looks back with tears in her eyes. She probably can't talk properly because of the pain. I don't care though.
もう行きそうだ。
I use my hips to thrust myself forward, and the swollen head of my Chinchin tears through her shoujo omanko. The blood gushing out of her omanko is painful to look at, but the satisfaction I feel from having completely taken control over her only makes my Chinchin swell even more.
中で出すよ。Jesus Christ, that translation. Obviously. Actually, this is the first person who actually worried about being cooped inside because of that, being pregnant. Seeing Ichika's face is sore with tear as I come inside her. It was the best feeling in the world. But Ichika, who was on top, who was below me, started crying. ちょっと深刻にならないでよ、イチカ。
タマちゃん、ひどいよ。こんなひどいことされるなんて思わなかった。
She's crying like a child. I'm irritated by her attitude, thinking that crying will solve everything. But it's also kind of cute and stimulates my lust. Jesus Christ, this guy. My dick is swelling up again, getting harder and harder. I'm starting to lose stamina in this scene. This is exhausting to read.
ごめんよ、イチカ。イチカがあんまり可愛かったから我慢できなかったんだ。
Ichika stops crying and looks at me with a hungry expression on her face.
そうだよ。イチカが可愛すぎてつい暴走しちゃったんだ。男ってそういうものだよ。
私が可愛い？
いいよ、
By the way,
いちか。
you have to remember that Ichika's also deprived of love in her life. You know, that's it's like compliments like this is enough to change your mind on the whole thing. Ichika's. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm really in a flower field right now. However, it's tiring to deal with someone like Ichika all the time, so this is probably just right.
たまちゃん。
いちか。
I thrust my chichin into her again and shows no signs of fatigue.
たまちゃん。私が可愛いからまたするの？
ああ、そうだよ、いちか。
嬉しい。
She smiles at me and starts to move her hips in pleasure. Ichika, you're really a perfect bitch to train, aren't you? Jesus.
おちんちんが私の中行ったり来たり。こんなのエッチすぎ。
Ichika has adapted to sex so well that she's now in sync with my trusting movements. Her eyes are glazed over. She's drooling from her mouth. I guess the pain is gone.
そもそもお股におちんちんそもそもまたなんだか変な感じ。
気持ちよくなってきた。
気持ちいい。お股おちんちんでくちゅくちゅかき回されるのいい。
おまんこって言ってよ。
おまこいいでしょ。いちかのおまこどんどん気持ちよくなって。
It's only natural that she feels good. Not only has the nectar from her omankwas been flowing out, but now fresh love juices are gushing out as well. The lubricant makes it very slippery, and I increase the speed and strength of my thrust.
おちん強い。ぶっといおちんちん。いちかのおまこチョキシャやってる。すごい。
Incredibly, Ichika moans sweetly as she wraps her hips around me and presses herself even closer.
もっと脈の奥まで。
Ichika's movements are becoming more and more lewd and bold. She doesn't care about her head hitting the bookshelf every time I swing. She swings her hips like that. The bookshelf shakes, and a book falls out of it.
うん。
I'm a book lover, so I can't help but pick up the book and check it out. The title is My classmate is going to rape me, impregnate the slave line with an overly sexually beautiful girl. That is so on the nose. This is so on the nose. Oh, maybe the author needed to do that because some people didn't get that this was rape. Well, yeah, I guess some people really don't have the mental capacity to realize this by themselves. I'm not gonna comment any more than that. It's a reality, unfortunately.
あ、
Kyoko's bookshelf.
京子の本だな。
Oops. The book does have a cover, but I can tell it's Kyoko's from the title alone.
どうしたの？
Ichika looks at me impatiently, having stopped moving. She's a hentai, even though she was a shoujo until just now.
うん。
It might be fun to make a hentai read erotic novels out loud.
これを読んでごらん。
I opened the page and handed it to Ichika.
いやらしいメス豚目、ぶっといチンポが好きなんだろうって。
What the fuck? That scene gets absurd in the middle of the. I think this is the author's way of just like trying to alleviate the, because obviously this is a heavy scene, but the so. What? Ichika hurriedly closes the book, clearly embarrassed by dirty words she's just heard for the first time in her life.
ダメだよ。ちゃんと大きい声で読まないと。
But I give her a stern order.
ちゃんと読まないと、もうしてあげないよ。
待って、読みます。
Actually, this is more masterful now that I think about it. Okay, no, I get what he's doing, what the author is doing now. Now she's she's now a Pavlovian dog. What? That her pleasures, in order to achieve like satisfaction for her pleasure centers, she will be willing to accept any orders to. Yeah, that is what's happening right now. Anyway, Ichika's embarrassed and can't bring herself to start reading. But when I threaten her by pulling back my hips, she panics and grabs onto me.
じゃあ、早く読むんだ。
Obviously, this is a mistranslation. It's obviously over.
好き。あなたのおちんぽ大好きです。
もっと感情を込めて。
私はあなたの奴隷です。奴隷をマンコたっぷり可愛がって、ゴリゴリをペニスでいっぱいお仕置きエッチしてください。私はご主人様に調教されて、いつしかそんな恥ずかしいセリフを危機として叫ぶ奴隷と化していた。そしてそんな自分が愛おしかった。
That is straight up on the nose. That is straight up on the nose.
もっともっといじめてほしい。私の下半身でくすぶる欲望の火をご主人様の責めで煽り立ててほしい。
なるほど。いじめてほしいのか。
I grab Ichigo's legs again, lift them high up in the air, and put my weight into it to thrust deep inside her. I can't see it from Ichigo's perspective, but I can clearly see the woman and man connected. It's quite a sight to behold.
さあ、いじめてあげるから。続きを読んで。
この淫乱豚娘。ご主人様はひどい言葉を浴びせながら私を犯す。
Oh wait, that's the main contender against Uma Musume's Buta Musume. Anyway, sorry.
すごいセンスだな。淫乱豚娘か。
でもそれが私の喜び。ご主人様に罵られるたびに私のおまんこからははしたない過蜜がトロトロ
このメス豚娘、淫乱メス豚マンコ。
はい、 市川、みんなメス豚おまんこです。
Ichika joins in with me, and I feel like I'm on a roll.
私の処女奴隷おまんこ、ご主人様おちんちんのためにいっぱい気持ちよくご奉仕おまんこいたします。
I guess she internalized the works in a bad way.
それって本に書いてあるの？それともイチカの言葉？
Ichika's face instantly turns red. She must have unconsciously said something lewd.
私
いいんだよ、イチカ。イチカはそういういやらしい言葉を言うのが好きなんでしょ。別に恥ずかしがることないじゃないか。僕はもっとイチカのそういう言葉聞きたいな。さあ、続きを読みなよ。
もう私はご主人様のおちんぽから離れられない。私は一生ご主人様にお仕えします。私はご主人様の専属肉便器奴隷おまんこを哀れな性奴隷おまんこにご主人様の哀れみラブラブザーメン注いでください。
短時間でここまで落ちるとはね。
Ichika's eyes have changed color again. By saying this word, she managed to identify with the heroine in the book and become a victim herself.
ご主人様、好きにして市川の奴隷おまんこでよかったらセーブ差し上げます。
I swing my hips hard, grabbing her small breasts and twisting her erect chikubi as I do. I pull on her chikubi until they're stretched out as far as possible. They look like they might snap off at any moment.
痛い、乳首痛いのは
Ichika's masochistic side has fully blossomed. Ichika doesn't flinch into pain. No, she actually seems to enjoy it. Her body twists and turns in a lewd fashion.
まるで欲望に狂った醜いメス豚だ。
市川、醜いメス豚おまんこです。市川。
I'll be right back. This is a weird timing. My food delivery just arrived. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right. All right. Yeah, I remember where we were. She's trembling with emotion. She might be close to climaxing already.
さあ、泣いてみせてよ。メス豚おまんこちゃん。ブヒブヒ泣きながら言っちゃってよ。 Jesus Christ. I suddenly remembered something. In some VN communities, this is what you'd expect from a Yuzu soft. Bad. Some VN communities. I'm not saying all VN communities. Anyway. そうだ。もっと泣いて、行くまで泣き続けるんだ。 僕も
not a coward. We do it inside. Oh wait, in this situation, oh wait, this is a different kind of situation. I already made my choice. The moment Ichika lets out a particularly high-pitched scream, my balls exploded with Seiki. Getting pissed on, bro. I hear a wet sound. Then the area we're connected starts to feel warm. I'm surprised she still has a lot of water to push out. I jump back from Ichigo in surprise. The yellow liquid gushes out of her crotch again.
また漏らしか。
She wets herself again.
ごめんなさい。
She covers her face with her hands, embarrassed by what she's done. But the flush on Ichigo's cheeks is proof that she enjoyed it.
君って本当にだらしない下半身の持ち主だね。
ご主人様。また言って。
This story is pretty fun, isn't it? This story is going to be a lot of fun for me in the future. I can tell. I smiled at myself, quietly. All right, it's the same as the previous route where Yuri discovers them. Yuri is standing in front of us, looking at me with a blank expression on her face.
ユリ、どうしてここに？
あなたが図書室に来ないから、もしかしたらと思って来てみたのよ。
I see. So it's been that long since I last saw Yuri. I was careless. I never thought you'd come looking for me. Really, bro? Really? It would have been... well, he was in the middle of sex, so his brain just went off. I bit my lip, regretting how badly I underestimated her.
何をしているの？
Yuri's face twisted to a mix of laughter and tears. She looks like she's processing the information in front of her, and for a while, she just stares blankly at me.
許さない。
She must have understood what I was saying, because the next moment, her eyes are burning with anger. Well, he got stabbed. Well, he got stabbed. I'm not surprised if she thinks that way. This is the first time I've seen Yuri this angry.
私を騙したの。ユーマ。
Yeah, this time around, at least he doesn't. This time around, he doesn't have an excuse because in Kyoko's route, when she catches them, he could make an excuse that, well, he could make an excuse that he was drugged and all, and here, but he's just straight up having sex with Ichika, who they know as someone who's easy to influence. Yuri's beauty twists and turns. Her eyebrows are raised, and her forehead is creased. Her lips are twisted into a strange shape. Her face has turned and unnaturally red from anger. Excitement. It should be anger. This is Yuri? This is my beautiful O姉ちゃん?
答えなさい、ユーマ。
She grabs me by the collar. I didn't know where she gets this kind of strength in her thin arms. It feels like my sailor's collar is going to tear off.
やめ。
Obviously, he's trying to say, please stop, but here you can't stop. This is so wrong. Yuri shakes me.
ちゃんと返事をしなさい、ユーマ。ダメよ、こんなこと許さないわ。あなたは私のものを誰にも渡さない。
Is he gonna get stabbed? At that moment, I remember something. I don't want to remember that night again. Okay, I have to timestamp it. This one has a... Okay, I like how they frame it. How they frame why he felt like he wanted to have sex with Ichigo and all that sort of thing. Because I mean they did that earlier because he had that dream and then that's when when he woke up Yuri was there. So it must have triggered like this kind of trauma and that would have fueled him to do what he did.
他の女なんかに渡すものですか。そんなことさせない。絶対に。
Are they all gonna get stabbed?
苦しい。
Yuri grabs me by the collar and pulls me in closer to her. She's so enraged that she doesn't even realize I'm being strangled. I've never been afraid of Yuri before, but I am now. This possessive feeling of hers. She looks like my Kasan. Ichika jumps onto Yuri's arm and covers her with it, protecting me from the attack.
タマちゃんは悪くないの。私がタマちゃんを勝手に好きになって。だから。
Ichika desperately pleads with her, having already become a loyal slave in just a few hours.
薄汚いから私に触るな。
No wonder she. If it's hours at this point, yeah, no wonder Yuri pushes Ichika away as if she were a piece of trash. Gomi. Ichika rolls around the floor, her skirt flipped up to reveal her panties.
下がっていなさい、この泥棒猫。あんたのようなゴミには関係ないの。
She throws down a torrent of abuse on her.
これは私とユーマの問題なの。今度ユーマに近づいたら殺すわよ。
I like how she interpreted this correctly. That she should be taking it on Yuma and not Ichika. Is she planning to take my toys away from me? He's still thinking this way, man. I finally got my hands on a new toy, and now it was ruined.
ユーマ、話し合いましょう。二人だけで。
That's right. If I think about it, then this is always the way it goes with her. When I was a kid, she always got in the way whenever I tried to make friends with girls. I collected those bugs too, and she told me to throw them away. Yuri always gets in my way when I get a new toy. She's just like my Kasan. Yuri and my Kasan are always getting in the way.
ユーマ、家に帰るのよ。嫌だ。僕はユリの言いなりになんかならない。ユーマ。
I run away.
ユーマ、待ちなさい。ユーマ。
Yuri's voice follows me, but I run away as fast as I can. The snow falls down on me. They fall like petals at the sound of burning wood. When the frozen sky blacks out, the snow falls down on me, sweetly or tenderly smiling. I reach out my hand and got off. The snow falling down on me. The red hot falls over my forehead. That's like tears. I ran away.
ユーマ、待って。ユーマ。
Yuri's chasing after me. Like Izanami from the Japanese mythology, Izanagi ordered the messenger of Yomi, Yomotsu Shikome, and her 8th Raijin to kill him. Kill him? She also sent a massive army from the land of the dead after him. I can't forgive my husband for betraying me. Yuzuka to Yuzuhe Saka. We should, you know what? We guys, we really need to read a lot more. At that moment, all I felt was fear. Okay, you know what? I see the keto shit here. She doesn't look like Yuri to me anymore. She looks like something else, something terrifying. Kasan. I find myself at the Ikemai. I have a bad feeling. I'll just take the Densha to where I can walk from here. I'm lucky enough to have a pass in my pocket. Pocketto. I just need to get away from Yuri for now. But things didn't go that smoothly.
ユーマ、
Yuri is already behind me.
どうして私から逃げるの。
Yuri walks through the crowd of people waiting for Adensha. She's been running all the way from school, but she doesn't even look out of breath, and she stares at me with a cold look in her eyes.
やだ。
ユーマ、あなたは私から逃げられないわ。
やめて。もうやめてくれ。
I cover my ears with both hands.
絶対に逃がさないわ。
Yuri walks up to me and reaches out for my hand.
来るな。
いや、
I really have a bad feeling.
愛してるの、ユーマ。愛してるの、ユーマ。あなただけを愛してる。ずっと昔からあなただけを愛してたの。ユーマ、愛してる。
The two of them overlap. Wait, I need to get this timestamp 153. 153. Kasan, who tried to control me and force her selfish love upon me.
お母様にはあなたしかいないの。愛してる。
That woman is so repulsive. Yuri's. At that moment, what happened? Oh shit! Oh man! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh man! I tried to dodge Yuri as she approached me. Then, my hand moved on its own. I put my hand on Yuri's shoulder. I pushed her away as hard as I could. Yuri loses her balance and falls to the ground. The train comes in just then. Oh man.
おい、誰か落ちたぞ。
自殺なの？やだ、グロ
I timidly back up halfway down the platform. Why? No one looks down at me, looking at me. Everyone's looking at the train tracks where Yuri was killed by a train.
女子学生が飛び込んだみたいだ。
電車止まっちゃうじゃん。バラバラになって。
She's torn apart.
お下がりください。すいません。お下がりください。
You didn't notice? I pushed Yuri away. I killed her, and yet, weren't any of you asking me about it? Why aren't you capturing me? Where's the security cameras? Where's the station attendant? I stand there, dumbfounded and unable to believe what I just heard. But no one spoke to me or tried to catch me.
どうして？
Why did this have to happen? This isn't what I wanted to happen. I killed Yuri. I loved her, but still, I do feel lighter now. That's for sure. I killed the Kotori just like I did back then. I released the Kotori into the sky. But that's not allowed. The prey has to be in the Torikago for me to do anything about it.
さあ、作らなくちゃ。新しい鳥かごを。
I feel like I've finally been free from my Noroi. That's right. I can finally walk on my own 2 feet again.
もしもし、たまちゃん。
うん。
よかった。声聞けて。
Fucked up, man.
さっきは大丈夫だった？ゆうりさんは。
もう大丈夫。
ほんと？ゆうりさんと仲直りできたの？
うん。もう有利には邪魔されないから。
か。ならいいんだ。ゆりさん、きっとびっくりしちゃったんだよね。あんな場面突然見たら、誰でもびっくりするし。ちゃんと話し合えば、わかってくれるよね。あんなに仲のいい、双子の兄弟だったんだもん。
いちか、これからうちに来れないかな。
What the fuck? What timestamp is this? Fuck! Holy shit, now this is a real bad ending. What the fuck? I know. Damn, he straight up murders everyone now.
これから？もう時間も遅いし、今日はちょっと。
ダメかな。
大丈夫。お母さんに見つからないようにこっそり家を出れば。
僕の家わかる？
最寄り駅に着いたら電話するね。
そう。じゃ、待ってるから。
I've taken care of my Tosan, the biggest obstacle in our way. I'm free now. After that, I'll just wait for my next spray to come into my cave, Torikago.
早くおいで、いちか。これからは二人で楽しく暮らそう。
A frog was killed. The child curled up and raised his hand. When did they all go? Cute and adorable. He raises his blood-stained hands. I wake up to find myself on the floor of the doll room. I sit up quickly and find that the room is already shrouded in darkness. I made it back, huh? I've been in the mangaka world this whole time. It feels like I've seen another tragic yet innocent story unfold before my eyes again. I'm not sure what happened, but I definitely saw something that wasn't part of this world. My head. Suddenly a headache strikes me. The pain isn't as bad as last time, though it's still enough to make me want to scream. Renge quietly stood there watching over me. Kimi. You waited for me.
ええ。約束したから。
Arigato.
こっちへ。
Renge takes my hand and leads me to a veranda. We sit down on the veranda holding hands as we looked out at the garden. Renge's beautiful profile is right next to me, since we're holding hands. The dull headache I was feeling just vanished when I looked at her face.
あなたの力、少しずつ強くなってる。
Huh?
もしかすると、やっぱりあなたはこっち側の人間かもしれない。
I'm guessing this is just a replay of what we already did, so like I don't want to see that again. Like, it's fine. You guys can watch the previous part. Alright, so that is Bad End 2. That is an actual bad end. Holy shit, so many. Oh my god, so many. Holy shit. Oh man. There really is a bad end. But it's a good thing it's way shorter. So it means I have time to. I get to release this now. Originally I was contemplating whether I should just bunch everything up, but I think I'm just going to release this. So I'm going to end it here, do the editing, and then upload it. Then I'll start the next one. I don't know if I could play while it's rendering. because my machine is a potato. So, oh well, I'll just see. I want to get started with the next part as soon as possible, and so I'm hoping that I could edit while it's. I could read while it's rendering the next part. It should be short, faster, and shorter because this is like just 2 hours compared to our usual 5 hour. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy watching, and I'll see you guys as we go to the next ending. Ciao. As usual, I'm gonna play the Sakura Moyu ending.